Hi everyone, this is Diana Rankin coming to you with some soul messages and perhaps a prediction or two for the month of March 2017. Well, March came in like a lion. Where I live, it's been very windy here and we had storms through the night. And I think that kind of tells us what March is going to be. The old saying is in like a lion, out like a lamb. However, there's a word and there's a phrase I want you to think about for the month of March. The phrase is winds of change. The word I want you to keep in mind is treacherous. I don't know all that that's going to bring forth. So what I want you to really keep in mind is the future is liquid. We are creating the future with every thought that we have. We're creating our personal futures and we're creating the collective future. So it's really important that we keep in mind that what we're building is a world of love, a world of compassion, a world of common good for all, not just for a select few. So coming back to winds of change and treachery, if we look at that, I think it kind of goes together. So what that says to me is this month it's going to be really, really important to keep your eye on the truth. And check the facts if you read something. Check it with a couple of other sources. Don't just take that particular article or that particular writer's word for it. Check it, check it, check it. That's what's going to be extremely important. So that word treacherous works in our own personal lives, but it also works for the collective. When giving messages to mass audiences, it's certainly they have to be a little bit more general than in a private reading, for the very simple reason that there are so many of you out there, and in a private reading I'm only talking to one person. So not everybody, obviously, not everybody will feel any treachery in your life. That's not going to happen to everybody. But it is an overarching theme for the month. And so that tells me that in our political situation, there will be treachery. In many people's lives, we'll just have to watch as we go through the month and be maybe a little more cautious. This isn't to say go out and start blaming people in your life. No, 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 no. But it is to say, let's not dig our heads in the sand. Let's be smart. And if there's somebody in your life that you intuit is not treating you right or is doing something behind your back that's harming you, don't ignore it, but also don't accuse. It's not about accusing, but it is about digging for the truth. Winds of change, I think we're going to see a rather interesting month, shall I say, and by interesting, I'm referring to, we're going to see a lot of change. I don't think the weather patterns are going to calm down, by the way. We're still in for a lot of interesting weather patterns, and many of them dangerous. I'm here in the U.S., so I'm seeing that a little clearer than around the world. But we are in, I don't want to get too specific here because, again, I want to just remind everybody it's so important that we stay in love and that we absolutely can change the future. But it just takes a collective of, it takes more of us than one person, but it starts with each one of us. So if I, when I feel anger rising in me, if I can not stuff that, but work through that and come to the other side, if I can find compassion for another human being, if I can reach out and help another person, reach out in love, all of these help to create a better world. And this is the only way we're going to do it. We are going to see some massive changes in the stock market. It's becoming quite inflated, and I don't think it's going to happen this month, but we may see signs of it this month. So I would say if you have a lot invested in the stock market, you need to get in something safer if you're at risk. But also, it's just really important that you watch what's going on in the market and really use your intuition. I want to encourage everybody to really develop that intuition. That's going to that's becoming more and more important in our lives. And it's very, very important that we work through any fears we have. This is a month that many opportunities will come up to look at our own fears, because that word treacherous, the first thing that comes to mind is how are we committing treachery against ourselves? How are we, what are those messages that we give to ourselves? What are we saying to ourselves that's treacherous, that's hurting us, that's holding us back? So be sure and look at your own life. This is the month for that. And winds of change means that to make those changes that you want to make in your life that will benefit your life, to make those changes, the winds will help you this month. It'll be much easier because you can just go on the wind. I mean, there are going to be some very strong, fast winds moving across. So we can use those winds to help us move where we want to move in our own personal life. As many of you already know, I like to get a message from Philip, who is our spirit guide, or my spirit guide, and many people who have studied with me do use Philip as their spirit guide as well, or they'll tap into him because he's really quite a teacher. This is his book that he gave to me. It's called The Master's Book of Answers by Philip, and on each page there is a different message. So we have to just flip through to get our message for this month, and we have to think left page or right page. And I know many of you like to think that with me. So go ahead, as I'm flipping through, think left page or right page. I'm getting right page, but I'm also getting the left may be important. So let's first of all read the right page. The right page says, "You are the window through which you view the world." Oh, that is so important for this month. You are the window through which you view the world. What does that mean? Well, that means that if you see fear in the world is going to look very fearful to you. If you see love, that doesn't mean you're denying that there is fear in the world, but it means you're going to feel the compassion. You're going to see the world with more compassionate eyes. So instead of being afraid of someone, you're going to see their spiritual side, their humanity, and you're going to be able to reach out and have a more compassionate view on life. Okay, this is interesting too, because I don't think this is as important, the message from Philip, but I want to read to you the left side. If everyone thought alike, who would be the genius? So if we all thought alike, we wouldn't necessarily think anyone is right, or we would all think we're alike, or we would all think alike and we would all think we're the genius. So which one of us would be? That's the left side. I'm going to let you think about that one a little bit more, and I'm going to read the right side again. You are the window through which you view the world. Oh, my friends, please view the world. Please view the world through as much love as you can. Spread it to all those around you. If every day, if each of us woke up and we said, today, I am going to give and receive love. And every time we reach into fear, if we would just let those words come through us. Today, I'm going to give and receive love. And that giving and receiving love starts with yourself. Don't be afraid to take a look at how you're being treacherous against yourself. And then heal that through love. It's not about stuffing feelings. It's about moving through them in a loving, careful, but dynamic and compassionate way. Be kind to yourselves this month. It's the opportunity to make those changes. The winds are blowing for you. Thank you so much for being with me today. This is Diana Rankin saying, I love you. I'm so grateful that we have these few moments together. I will put out a new message for every week for the month, so I'll see you in just a few more days. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love